Welcome back to the channel. If you look outside your window, or scroll through your phone right now, you will see a world in full acceleration. The lights are up, the music is loud, the shopping centers are full, and the feasting has already begun. The world tells us that Christmas is here. But if you step inside an Orthodox church, or into the home of a practicing Orthodox Christian, you find something very different. You find a stillness. You find a waiting. And, perhaps most confusing to the outside world, you find hunger. We are currently in the midst of the Nativity Fast, the 40 days of preparation before the incarnation of Christ. While the world is attending parties, we are abstaining. While the world is consuming, we are emptying ourselves. Why? Is it because we don't like to celebrate? Is it because we think food is bad? No. It is because we are preparing for a mystery so massive that we cannot approach it with a full stomach and a distracted mind. Today, we are going to go deep into the heart of the Nativity Fast. We aren't just going to talk about what you can and cannot eat. We are going to talk about why we do this, the ancient theology of joyful sorrow, and how this specific season transforms the cave of our heart to receive the uncontainable God. If you have been struggling with the fast, or if you've just started, this is for you. Let's address the elephant in the room. Why do we cut out meat, dairy, and eggs for 40 days? To the modern mind, this looks like a diet. But in Orthodoxy, fasting is never about the food itself. The food is merely a tool. The theological word for this is kenosis. It's a Greek term meaning self-emptying. St. Paul uses this word to describe Jesus Christ, who emptied himself of his divine glory to become a man. Think about that. The God who created the galaxies made himself small enough to fit inside a virgin's womb. He emptied himself to come to us. Therefore, during this season, we empty ourselves to meet him. When we are full of rich food, full of entertainment, full of noise, there is no room for the Spirit. The fast is the act of clearing out the clutter. We simplify our diet not because meat is evil, but because rich foods weigh down the body and the mind. When the body is heavy, the spirit is sluggish. The Church Fathers often compared the stomach to a cloud. When the stomach is full of steam and heat from heavy food, it creates a fog that blocks the sun of righteousness from shining on the mind. By keeping the diet simple, the fog clears. We become lighter. We become more alert. So, if you are feeling hungry right now, good. That physical hunger is a reminder of your spiritual hunger. Every time your stomach growls during this period, it is a prayer bell reminding you to say, "Lord, I am empty. Come and fill me." However, if we only change our diet, as the saints tell us, we simply become the devil. Why? Because the devil never eats, yet he is never holy. To make fasting Christian, it must be accompanied by two other pillars, prayer and almsgiving. Let's look at this specific fast, the Winter Lent. It is different from Great Lent before Easter. It is often considered slightly lighter, more joyful. But the call to prayer is urgent. The nights are longer now, at least in the Northern Hemisphere. There is more darkness. This is symbolic. We are like the ancient Israelites waiting for the Messiah. In the darkness of the early morning or the late evening, we are called to increase our silence. If you aren't adding extra prayer to your routine right now, you aren't fasting, you're just dieting. And then, the third pillar, which is crucial for Christmas, almsgiving, charity. There is a beautiful connection here. At Christmas, God gives us the ultimate gift, himself. He becomes poor for our sake. He is born in a cave, among animals. He becomes a beggar for our love. Therefore, the Orthodox tradition tells us we cannot approach the manger if we ignore the beggars outside our door. Saint John Chrysostom famously said that if you cannot find Christ in the beggar at the church door, you will not find him in the chalice. During these 40 days, the money you save by not buying expensive steaks or fancy cheeses is not meant to stay in your pocket. It is meant to be given away. The fast is a mechanism for wealth redistribution, from our own desires to the needs of the poor. If you want to see the face of the infant Christ this Christmas, look into the face of the person in need. Now, let's be practical. I know that many of you watching this are living in the West, or in countries where Orthodoxy is a minority. This is the hardest fast to keep. Why? Because the rest of the world is partying. You have office parties. You have family gatherings. You have the smell of cinnamon and roasting meat everywhere you go. It is very easy to feel frustrated or to feel like a hypocrite. Here is a piece of advice from the collective wisdom of the church. Do not be a Pharisee. A Pharisee is someone who follows the rules perfectly but destroys love in the process. If you go to your grandmother's house and she has prepared a meal for you with love, and you refuse it rudely because, "I am fasting and I am holy," you have broken the fast. You fasted from food, but you gorged yourself on pride. The royal path of Orthodoxy suggests discernment. If you are in a situation where you can quietly choose the vegan option, do so. If you cannot, accept what is given with humility, eat a small amount, and perhaps fast strictly the next day. The goal is not to draw attention to yourself. As Christ said, "When you fast, anoint your head and wash your face, so that you do not appear to men to be fasting." The struggle you feel, that tension between the worldly celebration and the church's discipline, is actually good for you. It reminds us that we are in the world, but not of it. We are citizens of a different kingdom. We march to a different drumbeat. So, where is this journey taking us? We are walking toward a cave. In the Orthodox icon of the Nativity, the background is not a wooden stable, but a dark, black cave. This blackness represents the darkness of a fallen world. It represents the depth of human sin and despair. And into this pitch-black darkness, a single ray of light shines. Christ is placed in a manger, a feeding trough for animals. This is profound symbolism. He is placed in the feeding trough because he is the bread of life. He comes to be food for the world. This is what we are preparing for. We deny ourselves earthly food for 40 days so that we can truly appreciate the heavenly food on the feast day. We create a hunger in our souls that only He can satisfy. Imagine arriving at a magnificent banquet already full of junk food. You wouldn't appreciate the feast. The Church, in her wisdom, makes us wait. She makes us hunger, so that when the festive liturgy begins, and we hear, "Christ is born," glorify Him. Our joy is explosive. It is a joy earned through patience. We are in the midst of this journey. Maybe you started strong and fell off the wagon. Maybe you haven't started at all. Maybe you've been cheating on the fast, or you've been angry and irritable. The beauty of Orthodoxy is that we always begin again. The Church Fathers say, if you fall, get up. If you fall again, get up again. It is not too late to enter into the spirit of this season. Start today. Skip one meal. Say one extra prayer. Give a donation to someone in need. Turn off the noise for 10 minutes. Let us use these remaining days to prepare the cave of our heart. Let's sweep out the dust of our passions, warm the air with our prayers, and light the candle of our love. Thank you for watching. I pray that the remainder of this fast is fruitful for you, and that God grants you the strength to finish the race. If you enjoyed this reflection, please subscribe and share this video with someone who might need encouragement during this fasting period. Let us know in the comments, what is the biggest struggle you face during the Nativity fast? Let's discuss it. Good strength to you all. God bless.